What's going on, world? It's your boy at Big Game James _36, and this is Big Games B.S, part of Den Media Group, presented by AlphaClinicOnline.com in our hurricane shelter, even though it's really beautiful outside. Like, it is like amazing weather. Like, if it felt like this every day, it would be California. That's the problem. It's I don't even know. I know it's like got to be 70 something degrees. Let me do my meteorology stuff right here. Pull up the weather channel. Ooh, I was wrong. Oh, I got you. I got him.
Yeah, you got it. Okay.
Yeah, Jada needed the thing. It's 67 degrees and fair. I wonder what the feel like temperature is, because it don't feel like 67 degrees right now though. Thought it was a little warmer than that. But 67 degrees is pretty solid. Oh, we out.
For some reason, it asked me to share the password too.
Okay. But it's really, really nice. Calm after the storm. Everything's all good over here, though. Hope everybody under the sound of the voice is good as well. We got some things like, I'm gonna tell you this. We listened to Luke about certain things. Like right now, he's been pretty spot on about predicting Miami. He was pretty good about Miami, Florida. He was pretty good about some of the other things. Let's probably not talk to him about hurricane preparedness, though. Like, that's just probably not his thing. Tampa is damn near underwater right now. Tampa and St. Pete. We got some images from the storm, man. Some of this stuff is pretty wild, man. Yeah, we'll let Miles click on some of these different things before we get into the cool stuff what I did yesterday on Chi-Town Radio. But we'll show some of the devastation. This is what it was like, which is it's technically in St. Pete. So that's where the Tampa Bay not Buccaneers, the Devil Rays play, but like this was an emergency shelter.
Really?
Yeah, well, then the roof, and they had to I'm pretty sure they had to evacuate everybody, but like this is where I believe not the normal people were staying. I believe the first responders and emergency people were staying there. And the
roof is not made out of hard material.
I think they didn't think it was going to be as bad as it was. And like that's the shit you see in like nightmares. Like you're like, imagine looking up, like you're trying to go nap, like because the best way to survive a hurricane is go to sleep. But you're looking up at the roof and the roof gone.
The more I read the Bible, the more scary these things become.
Oh yeah. This is why a lot of people believed in it. Like, you hear the voice of God in these types of situations. Like, you praying to something to get you out of this. Like,
ain't no such thing as an atheist in the middle of a hurricane.
Nah, they say there's no atheists in foxholes. There's no, again, you can pray to whatever you want to pray to, like Anunnaki, aliens, like something get me out of this. But the funny thing is, I still stand by. Like, I got a lot of people that got mad at me about my comment, but it made them think, though. And I don't care what you think. I just care that you think. When I said, how can you believe in HARP and be a Christian at the same time?
What's HARP?
HARP is basically it's a machine that can control weather and all kinds of different things. They actually believe that it can open portals to other dimensions. Like if you've read enough comic books, you know that there's the potential for this to exist. The problem, though, is hand in hand with your Christianity, God is HARP. God can make rain happen to defend his children. He can also cause storms to dissipate and go away for his children. So if you have the faith, you should have the faith, and you shouldn't fear HARP.
Yeah, that seems kind of ridiculous. And then the technology to change the weather, like, are you really sure we're there? Like,
so in Saudi, so it doesn't rain like over in the dirt, as your sister and them will call it. But they have this thing where they can put drones up into the air, and it does something to they can do it to, like, they find bodies of water and that they can like cause clouds to come up because they're changing the temperature. It's things they can do. Like they've been talking about this, like Michelangelo, Da Vinci, they had drawings and stuff like this. Had Hitler won, they probably would have had they had different machines that they were trying to experiment on and test on. So it's a huge rabbit hole that you can go down to. How I found out about harp was from FSU legend, whose son currently plays on Florida State, and that's Marvin Jones Sr. He had a group on Facebook that everybody would be in, and they would just talk about all kinds of the scariest conspiracy theories that you have. But you know what happened? Marvin got money again, and then he stopped talking about this kind of stuff. But Marvin was like, it's creepy when you see a guy like that, but then you remember CTE is a real thing. Like the motherfucker been giving out CTE, doing steroids and coke, and this is how things happen. So. But we got more images from the hurricane. Hopefully, again, everybody is safe. This is what it looked like. Lieutenant Dan weathered the storm. I don't know what to think about Lieutenant Dan right now, but I do know he's alive, as it always does. But you know what? People were dumb enough to give him the bread,
like some beyond misdemeanor, maybe some child murder or something. Yeah.
Whatever he did, whatever they say he did, he did that shit. But that being said, I don't have any sympathy for people who gave the money because they gave the money.
Right.
And nobody told them to give the money. It's crazy.
He was just fine, like he said he would be.
He said the last one was scarier. I didn't know he had experience with this, though. So it make it more believable if he said, yeah, I rode the last hurricane out. But I don't believe, what I can't believe is that boat is $1,200.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I saw the interview with him afterwards. He said, God, sorry, man. I really apologize. It's not my fault. We just got to stop sprinkling God on everything when you're this type of person. Probably he's ducking the feds. But he said God told him to leave Colorado, which is beautiful, by the way. And you know what Colorado doesn't have? Hurricanes. So he left Colorado to go to North Carolina, and then he left Colorado 5. He's been in Tampa for a few months. That sounds like a guy who's ducking the law. Also, Colorado doesn't have a bay or any oceans or any really, like, they just have they have the Rockies, they have like the river and things like that, but they don't have anything that can prepare him to be as savvy on the water as he would need to be able to survive that. So that leads me to believe he lying. He lying about something. And I don't care enough to follow this. I learned why I don't watch TV. I don't get addicted to anything, right? I've tried it all. Well, not all. Definitely haven't tried the stuff for the TV show that I'm watching right now. Thank God. But I've watched enough Freeway Ricky Ross, and I've seen enough clips that know that every crackhead ain't the crackhead that we think about. There are functioning crackheads.
For sure.
Now, the crackheads that I'm just used to are like New Jack City crackheads, but that's because you learn about the product with certain drugs that you have to make this thing from. The purity of it goes down each time you sell the brick.
Right.
So they're stretching it. So like some of these rocks these people were getting was really crap. There's a lot of baby formula
in college.
So like when you get into pure stuff and they're rocking it up from the pure form, that's when it becomes a little bit different. But I'm literally on season. I'm midway through the 3rd season of Snowfall in 2 days. Matter of fact, this show might be shortened so that I can get back to watching Snowfall. I need to know what happened. I am invested. I am a big fan of the community. I love lesbians. I love Auntie Louie because of this. I don't understand why that man did that to Lenny. But it's like you ever see like reels, like Miles knows when I smoke my cigars, I literally know entire movies in shows based on reels. Because once I like the reel, it keeps showing you the same one. What was the Western movie that I really liked? The Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
Oh yeah.
Like I had never saw the movie, so I was actually disappointed when I watched the movie because I basically saw the movie in the reels. It's the Buster Scruggs, and then this one where the guy tries to get hanged. He beats his death the first time, and he says, "This is your first time here," to the guy at the hangman thing. You kind of get that. Then it goes into another stuff that I don't like the rest of the movie. But the part that I liked, the Buster Scruggs part, was so short that it bothered me. I am not like that with Snowfall, though. I saw these scenes and it provided more context. Like I knew about how the guy Lenny was robbed of a lot more than his money. He was robbed of his money and his manhood. Then I understood why he wanted to kill the person, but then I also saw the scene of what Ray did to Lenny. I saw the scene with Uncle Jerome. What it's supposed to be taters and bitches. What the taters and bitches at? Like, I just thought he was a man that was told they were like going to have a stripper party, and then maybe the stripper stood him up or something. Now I know the context of that. A lot of unnecessary gay shit in it.
Really? This is Snowfall?
This is Snowfall. Oh. Well, so the first one was very unnecessary, what he did to Lenny. You don't even want to know. It's just very unnecessary. They could have got everything they wanted to accomplish out of Lenny without that. Even no matter how tough Lenny was, that fucked Lenny's head up. But then they were going to, the one kid, his white friend, his family were porno directors. And they they did porn shoots in their house. So they went up to the house and they thought, like, they were excited because they were coming to see a porn scene. It's the excitement that happens for people. Guys, it's not what you think. I'm just telling you, it's nowhere near as cool as you think. And porn fucks up a lot of our sex lives. Trust me, most men don't have that much fluid inside of them. They have a spray bottle that they actually put on women where they're getting sprayed with extra stuff to help make it look a lot more. Yeah. Then they have fluffers, and then they have all these other different things. But they go thinking that they're going to see a good sex scene. And with white people, because at that time, we were very segregated, so it's still more exciting. Man, to come in and they shot a gay porn scene. Which pays more money. But I get where Uncle Jerome was coming from. Uncle Jerome's cool as shit, by the way, right now. I know I'm about to hate him because he's going to leave Franklin, and they're going to be beefing. And you're seeing the character development is so good. But anyways, though, I'm saying all this. I don't even know how we got into all of that. Oh, I'm addicted. I am addicted to that. That's why I don't watch TV. So, but forget the storm was bad. That's why I'm watching this TV. There's something else on here in the house. Oh, in my between time, I've been doing that's more hurricane stuff. Go to that one. Yeah, so I was on Chicago radio talking about the Jags versus the Bears. The Bears. They was rocking with me. I love when people say that I do my job really, really good. Let's just push a little bit of play so you can see the interaction between us. And
near sideline. And near the first down marker, near the 18-yard line. And now here's Ricks handing the ball off on a running play. They get the ball to the fullback, and James Coleman barrels over the 40-yard line. For the game first.
At some point. But the offense couldn't finish the drill. I think your offense is anemic if you can't get over 21 points in the game consistently. And I think if your defense can't get off the field, then you need some real deal bad A mofo that you need to bring in. And they haven't had that.
And you want to know how well you're doing.
But all that being said, they almost figured it out in Houston. But I told some of the Houston fans when I was there, hey guys, 4 minutes is a lot of time for the Jags to jag. And then then last week, I mean, even then, I'm gonna be honest with you, 7 seconds with the lead seemed like an eternity. But sometimes the best solution to bad things is winning. Winning cures everything, and they won. So good.
So can you give me those adjectives before mofos again? It was.
I'm gonna call it a bam. You gotta have bams. I mean, I don't want to get you guys. I'm podcasting. So I can say whatever I want, but I say bad A mofo. So
I think we can say badass. I think we're good, right? Yeah,
Okay, well then cool. A badass mother person.
but that edit we appreciate. So I'm gonna go ahead and connect that to the lack of leadership that you mentioned, and I'm gonna go ahead and connect that to the reports we heard of Doug Peterson maybe losing the locker room. You tell me how that all plays out. What kind of chaos are we dealing with here between the roster and the head coach?
I think, again, it comes down to winning. Winning will win you the locker room all the time. If you lose, losing is contagious. Winning is contagious. I don't believe in the adage of losing a locker room. I mean, I've been in locker rooms. I've played before. When you start winning, have you ever heard of a bad team with a good culture? And have you ever heard of a good team with a bad culture? So, like, the winning cures all. But I will say that some of the things where Doug has talked about and his allegiance to Press Taylor at times and how you saw a guy, Caldwell, last year getting fired because his team didn't do what they needed to do. You see accountability in spurts, and accountability is not consistent. So when accountability is not consistent, you don't necessarily lose it. People just feel bad. And when you see guys like Travis Etienne continue to be the starter, but you see a guy like for it. But you had Christian Kirk who was doing well. You had Evan Ingram. You lose Evan's thing where his girl got kicked in the face. And he's like, "Don't look at me. Anybody kicks you in the face, you saw it coming."
You mentioned what would be your favorite scene to produce in the Netflix documentary about Urban Meyer? What's the story that you would like to map out and show in that Netflix documentary, James?
Well, here's the thing. As a guy, I used to like to fight, and I've seen people get kicked before. I've never seen somebody get kicked that didn't deserve it. Like Kevin Hart had this thing where his girl got kicked in the face, and he's like, "Don't look at me. Anybody kicks you in the face, you saw it coming." When he kicks the kicker, I want to map that out, and I want to like really just because one, kickers aren't people. Kickers like they don't practice. That you only need them for one thing, and like they choke, and like you got to think of all the years you've been getting CTE, and then this guy trots out there. He don't have to hit nobody. Your job is to kick an oblong.
If you want to check that out, it's on the YouTube channel. It's on a bunch of other different. It's on Twitter. It's on a whole bunch of other different things. But shout out to 670 The Score. You know, I feel like I made friends. I hope we beat the Bears, but we did talk about how when you have a fullback, you're playing serious football. And we talked about the breakdown of how the Jags don't have a fullback, but we went 2 tight ends and we used the move tight end. We put them in a 3-point stance in the backfield, i.e. a fullback. Trevor Lawrence's accuracy improved exponentially. He threw 6 incompletions and he did not overthrow people. Thus, my theory that if you want to win, get the fullback in. But they talked about Chicago. Chicago's winning. Caleb Williams is throwing the ball better. They identify, you know what, the last couple of weeks, Chicago has been playing their fullback more. Y'all don't want to look at y'all want to believe in heart, but y'all don't want to believe in the facts that are laid out right in front of you. Fullbacks make better football teams. America was great when fullbacks were on everybody's team. I'm just telling you guys, you don't want to hear this. It's all that sexy, flexy ass shit. Throw the ball 70,000 times. America was a tough country. We used to fight wars, build homes by hand, and play smash mouth football. When we moved away from these things, that's when we started seeing the pussification of America. But y'all don't want to listen to that. I think a lot of y'all just like being a lot of y'all, you so-called conservatives. It's always those people who are so-called conservatives that are the most fucking liberal when it comes to being pussies. So right now, that's why we're seeing the pussification of America. But we'll talk about more of this pussification of American fake-ass tough guys as we move forward in today's show. That's our housekeeping notes. Also, we're about 700 away from 7,000. Want to get to 7,000 subs. Once you get to 7,000 subs, you'll get $500 to a lucky listener of Big Games B.S., as well as $200 to a member and the amount of likes to a member. Our memberships numbers are down to about 108. I want to have 300 by the end of the year. So I need y'all guys to go consider being a member for $3.99. Now, here is the problem. One of the biggest pussies on social media, even though I love them for freeing my homie, Big Game James 36, but this is Big Game James _36 talking. So You know, they ain't got nothing to do with me. But nobody, American men want to live through a South African Afrikaan so bad because he's a billionaire. And nobody, without realizing that this is the person that's fucking up, that potentially is going to fuck up our country and our free speech. Why do you say that, James? Well, I'm going to tell you why I think he's going to fuck up the country. Everybody wants to go, and I'm not with you on any of that stuff. I know he's donated heavily into 4-5. So all you people who think the oil prices is going to go down, it might, because he's going to shift everything to fucking electric. What you think Biden is doing? I don't know if you guys have ever heard of a company called Tesla. All his wealth is in Tesla and stock and in SpaceX, and he's supporting 4-5. Do you think? I'm gonna tell you this: you give me money, I give you sports takes, right? It's an even exchange. You think this man giving him money just to say, "Hey, man, I really just believe in you," or is there going to be an exchange coming back? Of course, there's going to be exchange coming back. We're gonna have it like everybody's going electric, like the slide, boogie woogie woogie. Now, that ain't my real issue. Don't give a fuck. Drive your little funky ass electric car. I'm going to stick with my Ford and my gas. Might have to move to Texas because gas is a little cheaper out there. But my biggest scary thing is all the things we've seen in movies. We've seen the preview. We know it's not going to end well. And yet they keep creating this shit. A lot of y'all born, Jaden, you don't know well, you know the new Terminator, but you don't know how scary the original Terminator was. Or Terminator 2, when they go back and they go into the future to try to save and end this shit, they try to kill not Tesla. What's my man's name? Okay, they try to kill no, John Connor is Elon Musk. They wanted to kill Elon Musk so we don't have the Terminator shit. Don't believe me? Look what Elon Musk is unveiling for $20,000. You can get your own little fucking version of iRobot, the things that was fucking up Will Smith in that movie. And now 2 Chainz, of course, they get the cool blacks to get in here and try to get you on their agenda. But nah, it was John Connor. But I'm just saying, John Connor was the one who eventually, like, they tried to kill they tried to kill Elon Musk, sent the robots in time to kill John Carter. So if I die, Elon Musk sent robots from back in time to kill me from warning you guys that the fucking Tesla robots are coming. This is what's going on right now. This is a little weird.
All right.
What's up, bro?
Heading to the right.
To the right. Right. To your left. There you go, man. 2 Chainz, how you doing?
What's up?
Hey, buddy, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What's your name?
I'm Optimus.
Okay. My name is Tony.
Tony?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Tony.
Nice to meet you too, buddy. Hey, can you
Awesome.
can you play basketball? Can you shoot like jump shots?
Maybe one day.
I'll teach
Can
you.
you?
I'll teach you.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank
man.
you, Tony.
Thank you, brother.
Much appreciated.
All right, man. You like Balenciaga? I got an outfit for you.
Really?
Yeah, I got an outfit for you.
Awesome. That's cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm about to order you. Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna order you, and then I'll see you in another couple months. Okay.
I'll see you.
I'll see you. All right. Bye.
Excuse me, personal space, please.
Like, nothing good is coming out of this. Just a bunch of people that are telling everybody else that they're too lazy to work are trying to get robots to do all the work for them. That never ends well. Luke is seeing it. This is why I say I'm an American. I ain't a blood nor a Crip. Elon claims to be conservative, spoke about the evils of AI only because he ain't had shit for AI to control. Now he knows how to make money off of it, and he knows that there are a bunch of dumb people, and he's trying to control that threat. You can't say one side is bad and wants to control you and don't need to be in charge of the government, and that's why you don't trust government, and then put all your fucking trust in the other side. That is the opposite of thinking free.
single movie where this works out.
It does. I mean, they have tried to. You know how they say? All right. So Eyes Wide Shut. Did you? Was it Stanley Kubrick that made that? I know it's anyway. It's a great movie. All I know is the person who made it died right after it. So, do you know what Eyes Wide Shut was about? It's about
Sex party?
bigger than sex, but basically Puffy.
Yeah, that's what it looks
But what happens with the elites? And they put a mask on you. You don't know, you don't know who you fucking. But they're doing this for anime. But it's like, and then what happens is Tom Cruise's wife goes to this. Then Tom Cruise ends up coming to one of these things, seeing his wife get the shit fucked out of her. But they keep you in these different things for that. But he made that and he dies. He got to. They make sometimes I think movies are made as precursors or warnings to people because if you can imagine it, it probably can happen. That's my whole thing. It's like that's how all invention starts as an idea. So like some of this shit is a little freaky because somebody probably has done this before, or it's going to happen, or they've seen these things. So I'm just telling you, man, y'all keep on in with this bullshit. But speaking of sex parties and Eyes Wide Shut, whatever they say, like 50 said on Power when they were talking about ghosts, when he was talking to Tariq. See, I know your dad for a long time. Whatever they say he did that shit. Puffy, I know for a fact. Puffy said enough that he's been having freak offs and all these different things through the years. I'm of the ilk, though. If so many people now know, I don't think you get to sue him civilly. I think you get to go to jail with him. But this lady right here, I don't know if they're gonna ever learn. Stop talking. Discovery is a motherfucker. Once they find your link to people, they want all the messages is. And TMZ has allegedly obtained a text exchange between the Diddy accuser, Talia Graves, and her ex-boyfriend, where she offers him 7 figures to corroborate her claim. You want to know what's about to happen to that case? Done. And they're going to, I'm telling you, Diddy said, people say that Diddy's going to defend himself the only way he can defend himself. And he's probably going to look the most, uncouth is the word, but he's not going to look uncouth. I just say couth, even though there's no word named couth. He's going to look the smoothest doing it, right? Because Diddy's going to be like, man, it's all love, baby. It's this, that. But they finna slaughter these people's images and reputations.
As they should.
Which is the only way you can defend yourself against some of these allegations. Now, the 9-year-old shit, if that's true, man, throw him, Jaguar Wright, Gene Deal, his former bodyguard, throw all of them off the top of the Empire State Building. But like the rest of it, and the 9-year-old's parents. Because I'm tired of y'all sacrificing your kids for some riches.
Yeah.
It's all y'all's fault. It ain't just some of y'all's fault. It's all y'all's fault. Y'all created Diddy.
This is where the overload of information comes, where you don't know what to believe anymore, and people just stop caring.
I've heard lawyers say if you got to play your when you have to play your when you have to play out your case in the media, you've lost your case because you're giving off all your information. If you really got something, you don't want people to even have an idea of what you have.
I know this man is a monster. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
From me personally. But I hate this because now true victims, because we saw this man chase that woman in the hotel.
Nah, Cassie is, but even the way but now I'm like kind of curious. Like Cassie went about this to get her paper first, and then go after him. But like, because Cassie, my whole thing with a lot of these things is I don't want get your paper, baby, but like at the same time, like damn dog, get this man off the street. He's clearly a terrorist.
Yeah, for real.
I don't want him anywhere near people.
Exactly. That's my whole thing. That's why I hate this, because if she truly is faking some shit, then she's making it harder for the real victims to play their case.
That part. And you know where I got that tweet from?
Where?
50 Cent.
Of course. This nigga is a
Serial
monster.
Diddy hater.
He's just a menace. He's a
If
chaos.
the serial Diddy hater is sharing this, I know that shit true. But the funny part is everybody keeps asking me what am I gonna do when they implicate Jay-Z? Shit, what are y'all gonna do when he implicates Trump? When he implicates 50, when he implicates literally every well-to-do motherfucker in New York. Everybody's been to a Diddy party.
Right. I don't know none of these things.
To me, you know what I'm still gonna say? I'm still gonna say there's a Jay-Z quote for everything in life.
Right.
I'm still gonna listen to Reasonable Doubt.
Does not change 22 twos whatsoever.
It's amazing. I still love R. Kelly. You can't make me not like R. Kelly. I don't like what R. Kelly did, but I don't like the parents sacrificing him. And I also, he could not make this joke now. But Dave Chappelle, when he made How Old is 16 Really? I was fucking at 16 years old. So like,
yeah, of course.
I mean, and y'all women that love to make men sound like the predators, I was fucking some of y'all. You older women. Y'all are the true predators. Y'all fuck up men when they're young and then wonder why they're fucked up when they're old. Like you sit there, some of y'all teach us everything we know, but then what happens is y'all age yourself out of the game. And now we have to go and deal with women our own age, or as some fucked up people think, younger than them. Because you fucked them when they were young, they decided they want to fuck up somebody else. And that's how the cycle starts. It's a terrible, terrible, deadly cycle. It should not happen. But what the problem with the world is we're not having real conversations with ourselves of why the world is a fucked up place. We're just trying to say, see, you're more fucked up than I am, and I know I'm fucked up. No, we must start with all of us are fucked up, and then we kind of reverse engineer this thing and stop messing with children. But the key is if you got invited to a Diddy party after 2000, maybe you didn't know. I don't believe that. You know what? Heavy D gave Puffy his shot. I'm not going to believe Heavy D was having freak-offs with Puffy. Right. You're not going to ruin my image of happy rap.
Yeah, just for going to one part. It's if you're implicated in some of the other stuff.
Right. Now, I just think after he killed Tupac and after he killed Biggie, anytime you're hanging out with Puffy, you know. And your other favorite so-called gangster rappers. You know who I'm looking at differently now? The Locks.
I will never. That's blasphemy. But
first off, it's too much going on between knowing that they all went to fucking private school, knowing that Jadakiss has a great, loving, hardworking father that sold coffee. He was the first black coffee exec. How many black coffee execs do you know?
I'm not claiming to know anything about Jadakiss's upbringing.
He said his dad checked him because he's selling coffee with him now. When I saw that on Joe Budden, on the Joe Budden, and he talks to his dad with such reverence, and his dad did the thing that all old black dads do. I don't know why he wanted to talk like he just grew up so hard. He lived in a house and he went to the best. He went to a private school that cost $20,000 in the 90s. That's 40, 50K right now. Everybody, one of the things as a guy who did grow up hard, I don't ever want to make it sound harder than what it was. And I don't want to go back either. That's the one thing I know. But anyways, knowing that about him, and then now knowing they signed to Puffy, and that Jadakiss wrote a lot of the lyrics for what's Puffy's first album? It was a classic too. Like, damn, I can't even think. But and I know Biggie wrote a lot of his lyrics too. But just knowing that, and also 50 Cent wrote a lot of No Way Out. That's right. Ooh, maybe that was telling. Maybe this was what he had to do to get his way out. But man, they got to unalive Puff. But go ahead to the next thing. You gotta. Can those robots? You think a double barrel shotgun can take that robot down?
That thing looks weak. I'll take down that robot.
Okay,
that's just a prototype. The real shit.
Getting stronger. Go ahead, click on that. What we got? This is a good claim. This has nothing to do with sports. I just like Aaron Hafner. If you like scary movies, he has him and Nico. They have this "Don't Go Out There" podcast. What kind of food do y'all? Miles? What's a food that you like that everybody hates?
I like that. Everyone.
Like that may have people that gets a bad name.
Dang, that's a tough
You got one, Jaden?
I would say like
We kind of talked about this while you're thinking about it. Like black people acting like they hate mayo. You're like, what?
Oh,
Shark. Like shark. Like I don't even care if it doesn't taste good. Shark deserve to die. That's why anything that whales pick on, earn that shit. Killer whales don't fuck with nobody who don't have it coming.
I have a bunch of the opposite that other people like, and I don't understand.
Okay, well, what's one of those? That's my thing.
I don't fuck with coleslaw.
You know, like, so you've never had like the baked on a good hot dog, some baked beans with coleslaw on top of it.
I had. It's all right, but
I wondered like what kind of coleslaw, Pete, because you like savory coleslaw or you're the sweet coleslaw guy.
both kind of whack.
I like both.
I need sugar coleslaw, like sugary coleslaw, like to like it, but like
the sweet one. Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't like.
Sweeter.
Right, it's just like people like that don't like mayo but love potato salad. Like, how do you not like mayo and love potato salad? You ain't just eating mustard ass potato salad. That's weird.
Here's a list.
But
coleslaw is gross.
Potato salad. I feel like a lot of people don't like it. Well,
Who doesn't like
a lot of non-black people.
That's what I'm saying. I get it. If you, but like if you, because again, the way I told people, here's the weird part. Oh, I don't like this, but the joke is, who made the potato salad? It's always been a black people joke.
Black people food. I don't like Funyuns, pork rinds.
Don't like Funyuns.
Funyuns and pork rinds.
Pork rinds are overrated.
Terrible. Those fucking peanuts that be at the gas stations, niggas be eating up.
Boiled peanuts.
God,
That's because you're
turn
from up north.
But
That's clearly a up north thing. I get it where you're coming from. Boiled peanuts at a good football game are great
at a gas station. And y'all
but you shouldn't eat those. I kind of admit, I'm gonna agree with you. Those aren't great, but like good boiled peanuts, Randy's nuts were amazing. Those were amazing nuts, man. Especially when Randy had big game flavored nuts.
Oh my God.
We were doing the reads.
Yeah.
I told that man that he could just take a big old mouthful of Big Game's lemon pepper flavored nuts and swish them around in his mouth and swallow it. What the fuck, Roderick? What the hell is going on? Did you just white potato salad? What the fuck is paprika? Is that the red stuff? What?
Yeah.
Don't be putting no real name. Don't tell me what it's called.
Oh, no.
Just potato salad with the red stuff on top of it, man. Don't tell me what no paprika is. I don't know what. My cousin be say, James, man. Hey, man, I love the paprika, man. We might fight. I don't know what no paprika is. It's the red stuff. Oh, why you ain't just say the red stuff?
James be eating. He don't be doing the cooking.
Yeah, man, I ain't in that, dog. I ain't in the kitchen, man. Them women got me out of the kitchen. The only time I got in the kitchen was when they wanted, when my aunt wants me to lick the spoon from the banana pudding or the cake. That's it,
People
man.
don't be liking banana pudding. I love banana
Man,
pudding.
you fucking insane if you don't like
I
banana
love
pudding.
banana pudding and bread.
But you want
pudding.
to know, I'm going to tell a real story about Miles. This is when my peoples knew that they could fuck with Miles. This motherfucker right here. Like you're supposed, I've never eaten a ham. I didn't know you could eat ham hock. I thought ham hock was cooked just specifically for the ham flavor in greens. Miles went and not only got the biggest scoop of greens you could get, everybody in the family passed over the damn ham hock, bro. Miles goes, this is his first time at my people's Thanksgiving. Miles goes in and gets the damn, I think he might have reached in the pot with his hand and grabbed the hot ass ham hock at Thanksgiving, and it just bit it. I'm like, this motherfucker is insane. Did he just bite into a fucking hammock?
That's another thing. People don't like the fatty meats parts, but I like the fat part of the steak. There's no other way. I don't care. Like, people cut off the fat of the steak. I'd never do that.
Luke's not about it to the cookout.
Bro.
He's saying nasty things.
Luke, Luke, what happened is Luke does such a good job of hiding his whiteness, but then every now and then it's some shit that he says, man, and it just peeks out. He said, Brussels sprouts, I get that. Yeah. I got some good Brussels sprouts from a high-end steak restaurant, but they had to do a lot to it. Like, they had to put like maple syrup and all kinds of shit. Like, I'm just like, it was crazy. They baked it. It was pretty good. But I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to wake up and just say, hey, man, give me some fucking Brussels sprouts, right? Collard greens, though, bro, you can't be fucking sisters and not eating collard greens, dog. Like, that's just not finna work for you, dog. Like, or if she don't eat collard greens, she eating kale. And I don't want my black women eating kale, man. That's what it did have bacon on it, Daily Chop. It did have bacon on it. But yeah, man. Man, kale is it's just like, I don't fuck with it. Like the healthy stuff. They try to put it in salad and it's just too rough on my teeth, man. Like, I gotta do too much. I'd rather eat raw collard greens.
Any food that gets popping in LA, I don't trust.
That's the problem.
They don't have good food.
Yeah. Even though that's where avocado, I mean, that guacamole kind of popped off, you know, from the West Coast.
Sweating tacos. Like, tacos ain't the most basic thing in the world.
Taco is bread, meat, and cheese. Like, now, vato tacos, corn flour is a little bit better. But the joint right up the street, that's my people. Like, I knew they was good because I found them during COVID.
That's
sauces.
Taco place?
No, Mr. Taco food truck. Mm-hmm. That's dope. Now, when Toby was coaching at at Wolfson, he was like, we're going, after the game on Friday nights, we go to Mr. Taco. I'm like, dog, you excited about a fucking food truck in front of a Taliban-owned liquor store? What was dope about that, I walked into that liquor store and I bought me something. And it came out to $9.11.
Oh, Jesus.
And he said, no, my friend. No. I don't like that price.
No way.
On God.
No way.
I kid you not, dog. On God.
I can't.
On God. On God.
I would have broken down.
On God, I was crying and laughing when all I want to say was mashallah and Habib, you did your thing. What's it? Haji, appreciate that, dog. Then I walked out to the taco stand and they got good food at Mr. Taco. But Salsas is owned by straight Mexicans, and this is when I knew it was good. I swear to God, I saw an ice truck out there. Not an ice truck. No, not like ice, but like ice. The people who deport people.
Oh, whoa.
During COVID, when they was talking about deporting people, I saw the ice truck, and I was just like, yep. This is where I'm going. I know that shit fire. I don't want if I could hear I don't want no American serve. Like, I don't want no when I saw a white man at a Chinese food restaurant taking my order, I walked the fuck out of there.
You know what I will take though? Chinese people could work in any restaurant.
Chinese, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. They everywhere. But I don't want no white person serving me and no Chinese food, man. Yeah, that ain't authentic.
Gosh, no.
Just like I don't want if the Jamaican if they're not rude and don't speak patois, I don't want that fucking food. That's American food with a little bit of ethnic spices. It's just things you got to do. If it's not a fat black lady in the kitchen with auntie elbow that made the damn peach cobbler, I don't want that shit. Shout out to Cracker Barrel too. People gonna pick on me about Cracker Barrel. I like crackers. Them crackers in that barrel is delicious. That brings me back to a time when my family probably was enslaved. But the food is fucking amazing. They got shepherd's pie at Cracker Barrel now. So I know that's a white people's dish.
I don't even know what that is.
Shepherd's pie is delicious. It's nothing but ground beef, mashed potatoes, and like peas with like a bread, like with a little cheese topping on top of it.
Okay, you can lose me with the peas, but everything else.
Yeah, you don't have to add the peas.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like when Miss Renee does Taco Tuesdays, just take the fucking ground beef and we got potatoes because I like potatoes, and I just put potatoes on top of that shit. And now I got shepherd, put a little cheese on top of it. I got shepherd's pie. All these black people acting like they too good for mashed potatoes. Like you don't eat meatloaf and mashed potatoes.
What about apple pie? Oh no, sorry. Yeah, apple pie. Do you eat
I like apple pie.
Okay.
I ain't putting no cheese on top of it like some people.
God.
Yeah, I don't know. I think people saw it on Men in Black and they tried to become a thing, and it was fucking stupid. Give me some fucking ice cream. If you're gonna give me warm fruit, give me some fucking ice cream on top of it.
Do black people eat pumpkin pie?
No.
Yeah.
Oh really?
That's
I
not
fuck
black
with
people
pumpkin
shit.
pie.
Here's the problem, and I think pumpkin pie isn't given a proper chance. It's because it you only eat it around this time of year,
Right.
like through the holidays. And the problem is you have a light-skinned ass pumpkin pie, or you have the dark-skinned ass that's similar to pumpkin pie, sweet potato pie.
Well, sweet potatoes.
It ain't no black person taking pumpkin pie over fucking sweet potato pie, man. So like if you bring a damn pumpkin, it's like Patty's pies. Everybody was going crazy. I said, no, that pie has preservatives in it. I know it has stuff in it because it doesn't look like my Auntie Gay nail pie. Auntie Gay pie is fucking dark skinned. I don't know what the fuck Auntie Gay put in them shits, but it's delicious and it's brown. It don't look like that damn Patty pie. Patty got them light-skinned ass pies. I don't want no fucking light-skinned ass pie in my house, man. Get that shit out of here. Pumpkin pie, again, you got to be around. See, but that's okay, because I forgive Jaden, because Jaden grew up in Fleming Island. You know what's in Fleming Island? It's a lot of white people in Fleming Island. And it's a lot of pumpkin shit. Pies. It's like a lot of pumpkin in general out there, man. Pumpkin spice. You know what? I didn't start going to pumpkin patches until I met your sister. And y'all up there in Boston with a bunch of white people. Well, y'all were in Spanish Boston, but like it's still Boston is known for its whites.
We did apple picking. That's a white thing.
Oh my God, that is the whitest shit I've ever had.
Yeah, because it's freezing.
Somebody said, do I know? Hold on. I don't know not one person that makes pumpkin pie in my family.
Yeah, I don't know. Make it.
I've seen pumpkin pie. I've seen sweet potato pie be made. I don't know how to make it, but I've seen the act of it being made. I have never seen pumpkin pie. Toby's coquito. Yeah, I know people make coquito. Coquito is good. Coquito is that shit. I love some fucking coquito. That's why I get mad at motherfuckers who say they don't, even though it's not quite the same thing. I don't drink eggnog. Okay, cool. You want some coquito? Yes, I will take some coquito. That sounds sophisticated because I can't pronounce it the proper way. Bitch, if you don't get the fuck out of my face, some good eggnog.
Golden eggnog.
Man, good eggnog, man, with some liquor in it, man. That's boy. Isla May got me on that one. My grandmama got me on that shit. Coquito, and then I need some sorrel. I really need some sorrel right now, man. Pumpkin pie. But I just started carving pumpkins 11 years ago.
That's not just starting.
Well, Trey is still relatively young, man. Like I didn't start carving pumpkins till I was like 29, 30 years old, man.
Okay.
Like it sounds that way. Yeah. But his godfather is a large white man because I want to do white people shit. I don't want to eat pumpkin pie per se, but cutting down Christmas trees, like that Hallmark shit, that's my shit. I fucking fucks with Hallmark. I thought all white people's lives were like Hallmark movies. And I wanted that shit for myself. Found out that your lives just as fucked up as everybody else's lives.
Right.
But it's cool.
They
Hallmark.
Their parents more.
Oh, man. They hate their fucking parents. In Snowfall, white boy hates his dad, but he respects him until Jerome said, "Don't slap your daddy. Come on now." His dad stole bricks.
Oh.
And he thought that because he took Franklin in, that he was going to get a hometown discount, but you stole money from the family.
Right.
Uncle Jerome don't know you. He said, he didn't slap. He went like, "That ain't good enough. That ain't good enough to slap your daddy. Come on, man. Slap your daddy for real now." Then he hit the shit out. He's like, "Yeah." Like,
it's just porn for black people.
What's wild is none of these motherfuckers sound like that in real life. Jerome don't sound like that. Jerome sounds just like this. When I had to play the character of Jerome.
Right. Do you ever feel a little icky
This bothers me that like that is so authentic, but you're a caricature. And what's worse is goddamn fucking African British people. That's the dude from Franklin Saint. Chip chip cheerio. When I had to play Jerome, when I had to play Franklin Saint, I got the actor WC. I got the former rapper WC to help me embody the LA experience in the 80s during the crack epidemic. I might say it just took a lot of practice for me to go out there. He doesn't sound quite like that. I don't know how, but he sounds like an African Brit.
But you got to think that's what they think of us.
Right.
That's what they think when they try to get in the mode, bitch.
So I tried to give him mercy. I tried peace. I tried passion.
That's why it's always so extra.
What did he say? What was he saying? Turn the car. Hey, park the car. Every time you get into a man, boy, I have to suffer. What you gonna do? You gonna get off his corners? You gonna leave his people be? I was like, yo, he was so good. He sounded really he sounded more like what I think West Coast people sound like than fucking West Coast people. He was better than Ice Cube. And Ice Cube started this shit. Shout out to Pops.
Oh my God.
Fucking dad started this shit, man. All right, man. But coleslaw, all that to talk about coleslaw, man. Yeah, man, fuck that, man. Coleslaw is delicious, except for at Guthrie's in certain places. I don't want fucking coleslaw. I want more fries. But it's more so because I want to be more full.
Is sauerkraut?
Shit. Fuck no. I hate sauerkraut. That's the shit they be putting on hot dogs and bratwurst and shit. I don't like bratwurst either.
What about horseradish?
I like when I get a good prime rib.
Okay.
And you get some horseradish. Wait a minute. Hold up. Motherfuckers just running around here eating horseradish?
Or they put it on too much, but prime rib.
Like with prime rib, you give me a good horseradish sauce, man. I'm gonna fuck with it. But like motherfuckers going around here just saying I have a hankering for some horseradish. Hell no. That's like y'all again. You ain't finna make me believe that people just out here like Arby's is their first choice of food, and horseradish is the first choice. I get it. If it's some, even with prime rib, if horseradish sauce isn't available, I'm not gonna cry.
Right.
But if it's there, I might take it. You know what? Cut a little piece and dip it in there. It's like cocktail sauce.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with cocktail sauce except for one time a year when I'm in Indianapolis for the combine. And they have that shit right there, bro. Clear all your sinuses out. It's so fucking good because I don't, just like some people don't eat warmed fruit. I don't like cold seafood.
Really? Well, shrimp I could do with this.
But again, only with that cocktail sauce.
Yeah.
Like they tried to give it to us at the Jags game, and it was cool. But it wasn't the same cocktail sauce as what I get up in Indianapolis. I need that shit that's going to clear all this out.
You don't do sushi?
No, I don't fuck with sushi. Now, I have had stone crab, and that is, you cannot eat. I was so mad at Cheese 2 spring games ago. We got stone crab, and he cooked it just like it was fucking snow crab legs, man. It's not the fucking same. Like you want stone crab cooked and then you have to cold it.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm looking at pictures now.
And then you heat up. Then what you do is you heat up the butter and you dip it in the butter, and it's really good. And he had nothing to crack the fucking claws. Like it's a hard ass claw to crack, man. Oh, I love spicy food, Devin, but like the cocktail sauce in Indy, man, is like. That motherfucker, like I'm talking about, you don't even gotta get it. I get a good scoop now because I'm used to it. But I dunked it in the first time. And I'm talking about as soon as you bite, you know how you feel the sensation normally with spicy food, like it comes here. That shit like literally goes through like the hole here, through the back of your eyes to the top of your head, like so your brain feels the effects. And then it comes back down and goes through your nose. And you can see little flames come through your nose. And all of this, then you're like, you can breathe. Like you couldn't even, like you were stuffed up. but you can breathe. But the shit is delicious, dog. If you ever go there, St. Elmo's, those places like that, I think they sell it on the shelf, St. Elmo's cocktail sauce. But like, whatever. Go to the next thing.
This guy.
Yeah, we want to get bring back. Everybody talks about gas prices, man. Fuck gas prices. They're actually going down. You know what's not coming down? The price of haircuts. And this shit's ridiculous. Like I went from paying $10 to line up my beard. I'm up in the 30s now. I like Coach. I fuck with Wig. Wig's out of the game now. For beard,
lineup,
bruh. $30 lineup. And he lined me up good the other day, man. I'm not fucking tipping these people at these prices. Nah, man. At this point, the price is included in the fucking tip, man. Nah, dog. It's too expensive. $10, I tip you $5, and we ain't good money. But like that's $100. Excuse me, that's $60 an hour because it take about 20-30 minutes. But like if you line up 2 beards, man, fuck out of here, man.
I guess the beard is.
But they talking about $50 haircuts. It's starting to become come out of control. But this man says he is no longer charging $50 for a haircut. So let's listen to what he has to say for a little bit. This is culture.
I'm taking my prices down. I'm taking my prices down at the barbershop, and here's why. I bumped into an old client I had at the gas station, right? Not him, but an old client. And I was like, yo, what's up, man? How you been, so-and-so? And he said, man, I'm sorry, man. I don't bring the boys to you no more, man. But can I be honest with you? I was like, yo, what's up? He was like, honestly, man, I got 3 boys, man. And you just got too expensive. And he had the cut he had wasn't like that. But it was just too expensive. He said it cost too much money. Hey, I'm sorry, man. I couldn't keep up with the price, man. But I see you doing your thing, man. Keep doing your thing. And that got me to thinking of how much I used to love the cut, bro. And not just the cut, but to have interactions with people in the shop. You know what I'm saying? Like those father-son moments, like that shit meant a lot to me. I started cutting hair. I started cutting not just for the money, but because I was impacting the community in a certain way by being that positive role model for the young brothers that didn't have their father.
Anybody in the chat, it's not really an ethnicity. I'll call it a culture. What culture does the best hair with women? Like all the women in my life typically go to one of them. Matter of fact,
Indians.
My Indians do hair.
Do hair.
No, I'm talking about like not hair, like do hair. My cousin looks like one of these, but she's not. She's just colored. She's straight now. But like, what not ethnic group? Which minority does the best hair?
Gosh,
what did Luke say?
He said without a tip, line up $35 to $45. Luke,
fuck that. Fuck
man.
That person. Oh, he getting his lineup and his haircut.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And this is like going to a salon. We're gonna be like the women pretty soon.
That's what they're trying to make it, and that's why it's a pussification of America is happening.
Well, somebody better do.
You motherfuckers is over here don't want to have these conversations just because mama decided she wanted to be the center of attention and take her child to the fucking barbershop. That's where we talk for real at. I've listened to these women talk in the salon. That's where my dreads get twisted up at. Yeah. They talk about real shit and real life experiences and don't give a fuck about me being a man in there. Matter of fact, they bring me into the damn discussion to ask me why men ain't shit. And then when I start telling them the truth, then they get mad at me.
We need safe places.
We need the barbershop as a safe place, man. Stop letting these fruit by the foot motherfuckers and the women tell y'all that that's not this, man. Ain't nobody fucking with you. Like the one gay dude came in there on Twitter talking all that shit about the barbershop. Man, ain't nobody asked you if you was gay. Now, if you going in there smacking and tasting your motherfucking words, being a whole weirdo, yes, they're going to do that to you. But most people don't care about what you're doing. We finna come in there, talk ball. There's going to be an argument about who's better, LeBron or Jordan. Then there's going to be the one person like me that says Lou Alcindor is the best that ever played, just to be different. Mm-hmm. Everybody about to get in a fight over some dumbass shit. And then we'll talk about football. There's going to be a Hurricane fan. There's going to be the one Hurricane fan that was sitting in the corner waiting 25 fucking years for this moment, playing Phil Collins in the air of the night. I've been waiting for this moment all my life to talk his shit while the Florida State fan is over there bowing and kowtowing to the motherfucking Miami fan that shouldn't be talking shit to him, while the Florida Gator fan is over there saying, yeah. Like that's what happens in Florida barbershops. That's what's supposed to happen, man.
And this is why the NFLPA are fighting to get the reporters out of the locker
because they meat watching. We don't want you. We don't want the man meat watching. Now, if Pam Oliver's sexy old ass with the bad wigs want to come in there and meat watch, bring her ass in there to meat watch. But I don't want no guy coming in there staring at my Johnson trying to ask me questions about football. Why did you look? Why couldn't you get? I don't saying big game. I don't understand. Looking at my Johnson saying big game. I don't understand how you didn't get those inches. Like, come on, dog. Look me in my motherfucking eye, dog.
It is kind of ridiculous. We interview people half naked,
butt ass naked. You couldn't wait. Right, it is crazy because you come in. They have people that got to do interviews. That's why they request my presence at the podium.
Right,
and I'll come. But don't come in the locker room when I'm butt ass naked and then being a one. This is the problem, man. I'm going up because this is in the thing. Women over here talking about I want equality. You don't need equality. You coming into the lot, you coming into my space looking good in your motherfucking. This is me talking about a friend that I can understand. Dog, Sheena don't need to be in the fucking locker room when them dudes is in no goddamn shorts with the goddamn pencil dress on.
Crazy. That sounds insane.
She ain't stupid. She knows she's not going down there. She know they're gonna be out there salivating and shit. But you want to not saying Sheena because Sheena's good people, but I'm just using her as an example. So they come down and then you're gonna get offended because I'm a good. What is Shannon Sharp's like? Well, I'm a good, healthy, enslaved, heterosexual male. Then you gonna get mad because I'm an enslaved, healthy, heterosexual male, and that shows. Like you want us to be blind, deaf, and dumb, and treat you with respect and answer the fucking question. Can't nobody else go down there. Players' wives can't go down there.
I mean, it doesn't happen in other sports, in other female-based sports.
WNBA. I don't get to go in there. Man, you goddamn right I want to go interview Angel Reese when she fresh out the shower with water glistening dropping all over her body. That's creep shit, right? That's creeper shit. That's the problem with America, man. Start turning that mirror on them bitches, man, instead of the truth, dog. It's creepy as fuck when we do it to you, but when you do it to us, we just got to sit there and take it.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
The only person I don't want to see come fresh out the shower in the WNBA is fucking Mel Gibson looking ass Caitlin Clark. I can wait for her to get to the podium to ask her some of the questions that I got to ask. But as a man, I got to be violated to come see. Because again, it's not, man, listen, dog. Did y'all see that Angel Reese video? Man, yes, man.
Yeah.
She is sexualizing her. She keeps saying people are sexualizing her and she wearing that shit.
Yeah,
that's what I was just talking about. Somebody sent it to me, said big game. I was listening to the show the other day. Remember you were talking about how you love boy shorts. Like you don't want yours wearing that, but you like when other people's wear it, and it shows just the hint of cheek coming out. That's what Angel Reese did, except for it was worse. It was in the front. You could tell she been hanging out with Glorilla. Talking about Glorilla rap showing off my moose knuckle. Like, damn, I ain't never heard women talk like this before. Like I heard like women talk about they, like women like men in gray sweatsuits because this is fellas, this is a great day for gray sweatsuits in Florida right now.
Yes, sir.
It's a perfect day to wear it, man. October 1st started the season. This is our season.
Yep.
But like they talking about this and that, and then just like, oh man.
Damn.
You looked at it.
Yeah.
But you looked up Moose Knuckle?
No.
Angel Reese? Yeah, man. Yeah. You know when I started challenging the notion that Michael Jackson is gay is on You Rock My World in the actual Butterflies album. In the beginning, him and Chris, like, me and Mike, look at the girl.
Yeah.
Did you see that girl over there? She is banging. That's what Mike.
Like, that shit does not sound real at all.
Like when he said that, I was like, yo.
She is banging. It's like 40-year-old version when he talks about sandbags and stuff, how the titties feel.
God damn, sandbag titties. That's wild, bro.
He was trying to make up how titties feel. They were asking about titties.
That is, man, they feel like sandbags. Feel like sandbags, bro.
But yeah,
she is banging.
Oh, I gotta get that girl. Like, you don't even want her.
That's made me feel like ever since I heard that she is banging. Hey man, oh man,
that shit is so funny.
I wonder, man, Trey is 11, so I got like 3 more years before I have to start having. Will I be able to speak this candidly with my son?
3 more. Oh, actually, no, that's
he's
exactly
11. I hope
time.
so.
Yeah,
Take your
exactly
time, son. Like, trust me, bro. It's you got a long, good. You're a heterosexual, healthy boy. You got a long, as Uncle Shannon says, you got a long time to be doing this, man. I don't need to have this conversation with you before that, brother.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, just like, hey, Dad, here's my girlfriend. She is banging.
Oh no.
Like, okay, because we've gotten off track, but this is why we call it Big Games B.S. Y'all help me be a better father. I want to be a good father. I know there's some things that I do that are unconventional, and there's some things that I do that might have fucked them up. At least it's not gonna fuck them up like my dad fucked me up. But I need to know, because I ain't like these youth pastors, man. There is absolutely nothing that a little girl can do for me. But I don't want my son dating some ugly ass little girl. But as a man, how do I tell my son that, man, that's a cute girl right there, man. That I approve of her. Or if he, when that day comes, and we all know as a man, you know when you done got something. You know when you walk in the house, you walk different. When I dap him up, do I dap him up? Like, am I dapping him up just like as a friend that's saying, man, good job? Or is that weird? Because I don't want to be weird. And y'all help me figure out how I can do this, because I don't want to judge you. I don't want to judge little girls. But I also don't want him messing with grown women yet. Because I know, again, but she's not having that convo with him. She was mad when he saw anime titties. So I already know I'm over here like, woo, he saw anime titties? Woo. That crossed that you never know until you know, right? I mean, I know I've seen him, he's liked women since he got out the womb. Yeah. But we don't know until him. And the first thing he found out about was some anime titties, I'm like, all right, well, cool. Nothing wrong with some anime titties, man. Like, better than anime dick. I would love my son no matter what, regardless. My son owes me only one thing in life. That's a James Anthony Coleman III. James Anthony Coleman IV. After he gives me James Anthony Coleman IV, he can do whatever the fuck he wants to do with his life. But what he will give me is a sire.
I found the part.
You found it? We gotta make that one. We gotta say that. She is banging.
God damn.
No, because now that I think about it, if you want, some of y'all bring your girls to the cookout entirely too early. Cookout, cookie party, you got to waste it. She got to be around 3 to 4 years. You got to know you're in a serious relationship before you bring her around the family. But when you bring her around the family, if your uncles or your goddaddies don't say, all right, nephew, I see your nephew. If they don't say that, man, bro, dump that bitch immediately. But James, what if she's a nice person? No, she's ugly, dog. If your uncles don't try to molest her,
oh my goodness.
I'm telling you, like, listen, even though she wasn't me, like, Sister Gossip Latanya. How I know Latanya was fine? Man, an 85 fucking year old man was ready to die again.
Yeah.
To lose his lung and fight a young man over her. And give up cigarettes. This man was ready to make healthy life choices. If they're not making responses like, I don't know. She is banging.
Yeah, I like that.
That's a great album.
Yeah.
And to find out that the lady Marsha Ambrosius wrote Butterflies, that was supposed to be on what was that group's name? That was on their demo tape, and Mike Jackson heard it and said, "Nah, give me that."
Did you hear that Pablo Torre finds out and someone else got to see the Ezra Miller movie documentary on Prince? He's the only one. They're keeping it under wraps. Only 2 people have gotten to see it so far, and apparently it's amazing. It shows some of the time when Michael Jackson had told the MC to invite a young Prince on stage to put that pressure on him because everybody was comparing the two at the time, and it was like the first time Prince actually choked on stage. Like he couldn't.
So that's why they had that beef.
Yeah, they had a beef for a while. Prince was. They talk about it, and because he can only describe the documentary, he can't show it to anybody.
Yeah.
So I was listening to
that. That'd be some 2 people that I'm really upset that I never saw live.
Yeah,
Prince and Michael Jackson. That's why, like, when I see them now and they say they going out, they're not touring no more. I'm gonna go watch them. Like, I'm so glad that I got a chance to see Jay-Z before he goes to jail. Like that moment, like the 444 was dope. It was dope. He does a pretty good concert for a rapper. I really wish I would have saw DMX in this prompt.
Yeah.
To hear Jay talk about DMX, and like he's
you
like,
saw the movie though, right? Did they show a performance? What was that big Jay-Z movie where he did
the Hard Knock Life? Yeah, but it was just, he was like, man, you know, he go out there, man. He out there fucking growling and shit. He got all the niggas like hype, and then he take his shirt off, and now all the bitches are screaming. And then right before I go on, this motherfucker says a prayer. And now everybody's fucking crying. Yeah. He's like, and I gotta go out there with little Annie. He's like, DMX's prayer lets me know he was an authentic sinner. I come to you hungry and tired. You give me food, you let me sleep. I come to you weak. You give me strength, and that's deep. I'm like, yo, this prayer is like really. Like, this man needed that prayer. Again, the best sinners have the best prayers. They know all the names of Jesus. The Jireh, Rasha, Rafa, Nisi, all that shit. Like, they give you all the prayers, man. Knowing good and well that damn prayer ain't going past the roof. Wait a minute, man. Yeah. Fuck that, man. Put that up there on time. Man. That's great. Titan, I appreciate. See, Titan, that's what we need. Titan, I fucks with Titan. I don't always agree with him. I fucks with Titan because Titan we needed to move on to the next segment, and Titan just helped us get to the MFTK fucking segment. I swear to God, my son ever comes to me and says some shit that he wants to quit football so he can dedicate time to his 10-year-old girlfriend. I don't give a fuck what his mama says. As I always state, they're my boys. This is where men got, man. I'm telling you, dog.
We got the video on it?
I don't know. I haven't seen
one here.
You have one? Let's play this because I need to see this. If this man ain't cussing her slap the fuck out for condoning this bullshit, then that's not a man. And that kid needs a positive male role model. I don't care how thick the mama might be. This can't be no black kid.
Whoops, not this one.
I hope it's not. It might be. I don't really give a fuck. But I'm just saying right now, this kid needs to look like. I'm slapping the shit out of my son.
Let's see.
Yeah, let me hear this because this is.
Oh, move. Hold on. Get out, bro. Get out, man. Hey, listen. You're going to go viral, bro. I swear to God. Hey, listen. Hold on. Let me talk. Carter, you want to quit football, right? For what? He want to be with his girlfriend, bro. So yeah, that's what you condoning, bro. Suck my cord, bro. Go to get in the fucking cord. Man, watch out, bro. Hey, let me out the cord, man. Yo, no, you right. Swear to God, you got it.
How small is it?
Swear to God, you got it. But you called up brother over here, bro.
Come on.
You called up brother over here, bro.
The way he climbed.
Was he in the driver's seat and then climbed? Like, not climbed. He walked across?
Scooted.
Man,
He walked,
right,
man.
Swear to God, you got it.
That's definitely a
Call
walk
up brother
to the
over here,
other side.
bro.
I can't do
You
this.
called up brother over here, bro. Watch out, fam. Hey, it's my kid.
Okay, my
Oh,
bad.
bro. Hey, Carter,
He's got to have like one of them old school Cadillacs where you don't have the glove compartment. That's the only way that works, dog.
He does kind of just scale so fast.
Man, y'all. No, you right.
Oh, they weren't letting him.
Swear to God, you got it.
Okay.
Swear to God, you got it. You call your brother over here, bro? You call your brother over here, bro? Watch out, man. Hey, it's my kid. Move, bro. Hey, Carter, get in the court. Carter, get in the court now. Carter, get Bro, get the fuck off me. I swear to God. I want to fight you over. Hey, I'm trying to fight.
I can't say why does
I don't want to fight you, bro.
Trey
I don't want to
technically
fight
has a
you,
girl.
bro. I don't want to fight you, bro.
I like
Bro, get in the middle.
I like Savannah. I fucks with Savannah and her family. That's a good family. But I would never I'd have just been like, okay, that day I'm not gonna walk. If I gotta walk, you gotta know when to hold them. You gotta know when to hold them, when to fold them. If you can walk across the seat, then you probably shouldn't be fighting nobody. In fact, now that I think about it, with more video evidence, if your dad can walk across the front seat, you probably your football days are about to end anyway, very soon. So it might be, you might need to be a lover boy. But let's just put this for regular, normal sized people. Like
quitting a sport
for a girl
at 10 years old is wild.
It does not work, man. Here's why. Y'all worried about the Proud family and Loud family and all these other different things, man. With that stuff that you can easily avoid your child watching. While y'all are watching this dysfunction of like Real Households of the Potomac,
right in your neighborhood,
and like all this other stuff, man, because this is what's really shaping boys,
right?
And this young man, and hearing your mom and her girlfriends talk about being a man and that dumb shit that if no man is that busy, he makes time, and without knowing good and damn well they grew up on Bobby Womack. If you think you're lonely now. And you know, when I'm not there, you're telling me about what your girlfriend's got and what you ain't got, and how I need to go out and get it. But girl, I can't be at two places at one time. And if you think you're lonely now, wait until tonight.
That's such a cold.
The man says you want me to work and give you shit, but when I'm there and broke, you don't like that. A busy man, it can't be there. But you know, y'all don't know what you want.
Even when you think about raising the kid.
Thank you, Titan. That's it. The mom is prepping him to be a simp.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give you the best. I don't agree with everything my mother does, but that's one of my favorite people in the world. One of the things she told me is that there will never not be a market for a masculine man. Y'all keep raising these boys to do this shit, and there's a way to give your woman the world. You should find a woman to give the world to. Not every woman. But it don't start at 10, dog. You don't even know what the fuck you can't.
What does start at 10 is some of that physical discipline and training and punctuality that he will learn from sports. Being on a team sport.
Sorry, my son Trey is too cold. Trey calls this girl and be like, I need you to come to the game. It's $5. My coach said, his coach Al actually gave him some free games. He said, tell your little girlfriends to come. You should be worth $5 to him. He says, if coach says if you don't come to the game, you don't think I'm worth $5, so we're not together. That little girl, I don't know where Savannah got the $5 at 11 years old. I do know she got her mama to come, so we got 3 in that bitch. He balled out too, which was great. I was like, don't have your girl come to the game and you suck. It's the worst thing to happen. But like, this kid's gonna learn the hard way that he's gonna be lover boy. Come with the fucking flowers and do all the shit that his mom is telling him to do while she fell for the dude that was mean to her. The dude that ain't shit.
Right.
Women will raise a man on an idea that they have, but always fall for the guy that's so far short of the idea. I'm just saying, dog. I just thought about it. I think I told Carmen when I was dating my high school girlfriend that my high school girlfriend is getting on me for not spending enough time. I think she popped me. And she didn't need to say anything. The straight backhand to the mouth explained so many life lessons to me. So what I did is I went to my girlfriend and I said, I'll spend more time with you if you could guarantee me that you'll pay for my college education. I said, you tell me right now I will quit football, but I need to see that you're going to guarantee me 4 years of college education. You know what she couldn't do? Guarantee me that. So I said, okay, so what's going to happen is I'm going to spend more time over here. And then that's when I ended up finding another woman, a grown woman that helped mentor me and usher me into my proper purpose. But that's neither here nor there. She saw the long, but her dumb ass saw the long game. She was just like, if this motherfucker make it. This motherfucker make it, I'll make it. So listen, man, it's just funny, man. Women don't know what they want, yet always telling people what they want. Because what they not y'all, but I'm working on this the 5 big game, 5 big game languages. Be the side hoe is one of them. Or be his side hoe, but it's a mindset. It doesn't mean you have to be a side hoe. It just means you have to have the side hoe mindset. If you have the side hoe mindset, you're gonna win. But because anyways, man, that was funny. Fuck that kid. And his mama. And his daddy was right, but his daddy is wrong for having to walk across the front seat to prove his point. All right, go to some other MFTK shit that we got to go to. Man. Anytime I got to walk across my front seat to prove a point, my point ain't that important. I can tell you that much, man. That's some bullshit. Oh, man. MFTK. Fuck all that other shit. Like, just get to the MFTK moments. Man. Now go to that's the first one? Okay, yeah. So speaking of keeping it with football, 2027 4-star Peyton Houston. So this means this is a sophomore quarterback, had one insane stat line, had the most insane stat lines of the night. This is why I say, man, fuck that kid moment. Won the game was 77-76, and he lost. This boy threw 66 passes.
Damn.
That's not including the ones where he had to scramble because he had 2 rushing touchdowns. This motherfucker gonna have Tommy John surgery. Like by the time, like this is crazy. Like no kid should be.
That seems abusive.
For perspective, there are 12 minutes in a quarter in high school football. This motherfucker threw 12 passes a quarter. I make sure I did that right. No, I did that wrong. He completed 12 passes. So, God damn, dog, that's a lot of throwing. Tramel Jones, 4-star, 2025. The most he's thrown in the game is 25 times. It gets what you. It gives you what you get. 767 yards, 10 total touchdowns, 8 passing, 2 rushing. Second most passing yards in high school football history. His coaches hate him. I don't know, but that's a lot.
That's too much. That doesn't seem legal.
Somebody threw 837 yards in 2012.
How many completion or passes? That's wild. 60 something. His arm has to be still sore. When was it?
I don't know. Shit. That's crazy though. That's not Christian at all. At all. But going to the next again, that coach doesn't fuck with that kid. They don't give a fuck about that kid beyond this. Going to the next thing. Kendrick Perkins. Speaking of people who don't give a fuck about kids beyond this, Kendrick Perkins. This is why you gotta really be careful. Just because somebody's famous, just because somebody has been through it all, doesn't mean they give a fuck about you. Kendrick Perkins has co-founded a company called Nilly, offering college athletes upfront cash in exchange for a portion of their NIL earnings. While Perkins says it's meant to provide financial security, critics warn it could be exploitative, comparing the deals to high-interest loans.
Yeah, it sounds like cash advance.
It is a cash advance. The kickback that they have to give is between 10% to 50%. They offer upfront payments ranging from $25,000 into the hundreds of thousands. He's got Wall Street. He has a Wall Street veteran, Chris Riccardi, as one of the co-founders and investors. They get the exclusive right to use or sell the athlete's name, image, and likeness for 7 years. And the company and its investors receive about 10% to 50% of the player's NIL earnings during that time period.
For a loan.
While other companies sell investors a stake in athletes' future professional salary, Nilly says it is the first and currently only company to offer cash advances specifically on NIL dollars. Several agents, athletic department employees, and others who work in college sports industry told ESPN they were unaware of another company that was paying college athletes in exchange for a cut of their NIL earnings. And this is where Perkins comes in and gives you the good, heartwarming speech. You have so many athletes and their parents who are struggling day to day because we're actually taking a bit of a gamble on what student athlete is going to make in the NIL space. The benefit is the kid, the student athlete, is able to get financial security so they don't have to rush. Man,
so they don't.
So ESPN obtained a copy of a contract that lays out $50,000 payment to a high school senior in exchange for exclusive rights to sell his name. The investors will receive 25% cut of the player's NIL earnings for the length of the contract, or until Nilly earns a total of $125,000, 2.5 times its initial investment, whichever comes first. Riccardi said a percentage of the NIL money that Nilly takes from an athlete can be as high as 50%, and a spokesperson said Nilly's share can be as low as 10%. So, hypothetically speaking, as a family,
disgusting,
very disgusting. There's no reason to get a cash advance from Kendrick Perkins if you're under the sound of my voice and your kid is going to get an NIL deal.
You're almost there.
That part,
just
you did.
Hold on.
As one parent said before all of this happened, and when the kid was trying to make the best decision about to leave the NFL, he said, "Mom, I'm concerned about you." And his mother said, "I've been broke this long. I can wait another 6 months."
Facts.
And that's one thing. Most of these kids will, and most of the guys who are getting NIL money like this will enroll in January. Your payments, in theory, start once you enroll. That being said, I am I have a good idea that there are a lot of players getting paid by schools now to make sure that they get that commitment and make sure that that commitment remains intact. So they're getting there. You can already get a front on your money.
I see what you mean. Yeah, if a school
if they really want you,
they're not gonna let you.
They're not gonna let you struggle or suffer.
That's right.
And this is basically loan sharking, and it's fucked up because a guy who's come from a similar background as these young men and women is purposely and maliciously taking advantage of people who don't know anything. But you know what? As much as I want to bash KP about this, agents doing the same goddamn thing.
Agents in general.
Agents in general are doing the same damn thing.
But even at a less cut,
but listen, 25% is a lot. 125. As a businessman, if you tell me I give you $50,000 and I can get I'll give you $125,000 over the course of 6 years, that's a pretty damn good flip.
And then control of their image and likeness for 7 years.
So basically, they're your marketing agent. So it's not like they just control it, but when they go out and get you other deals, they can get 50%, which there are no rules on marketing, but most marketing deals are 30%. Now, here's the real fucked up part about it. Let's say it's James Anthony Coleman III. I signed him with Nilly. They go get him a trading card deal for, let's say, $100,000 at 50%. So that means Trey's getting $50,000 off of that, but he's getting taxed on the 100. So that's 20. So that's 50 minus 20 at minimum. Probably the way we would do it would be anywhere between 10 and 20, but I'm just using 20 on the high end. So that brings Trey to $30,000 deal. You ain't getting a lot of that.
sad. Like, you're black, bro. You're gonna take advantage of something that's new, where black people are starting to finally get rights, and you're gonna come in there. Oh, I got. You know what?
You know who hates? You know who?
Bump niggas, bro.
I was about to say. You know who the most discriminatory? It's not the most, because most is like a bigger, because it's not like it's a lot. But nobody hates black empowerment more than the black people in the middle. like they're the ones who exploit, because right again, it's literally snowfall. I can promise you that his co-founder, I'm gonna take a wild guess, he's not black. It's a Wall Street executive with that last name.
Mm-hmm.
More than like he's European, more than like of European descent. He found the black guy that could be the guy that he could get front money and be able to get the product in which he needs, which is the young blacks.
Right.
And you get them hooked and you get them addicted and you pull them in. That's how, but it's not just black people, Mexican, Hispanics, all kinds of different people who are in the various fields do these different things to be able to get up. That's why I joke. And then if we do something like me talking about KP right now, if we make a reel about this, they're going to put it in the comments. And there's going to be somebody that says, I don't know, that's that crabs in the barrel mentality. You're doing this. You're pulling them down. Why would you pull the black man down? Without realizing two things. A crab's natural environment is not a barrel. And number two, the only way in order for the crab to be able to get its way to the top of the barrel is to push other crabs down. And that's exactly what KP is doing right now. From that information alone. Now, if they gave everybody 10%, I have no problem with that. If you wanted to, if I gave you 50K, like you may be in a situation where 50,000 does get you through a good time.
You should be trying to undercut the agents.
That's what I would be doing. I would not take any more than what the industry standard is from a marketing deal.
Right, at least.
But I think it's fucked up.
With AI and that name, image, and likeness, 7 years, that is way too dangerous. Depending on, you might have a superstar kid who becomes a superstar over YouTube more so than football.
I'm gonna tell you this right here. I just used the kid I got right now in Manor, Bryson. It might not be a bad deal for him over time. You give him 100K, 200K right now, 10%, 4 years of high school, 3 years of college. It only works that way.
Yeah, exactly. 10%.
It doesn't work if I'm about to go to college, but right now, Florida, you can participate in name, image, and likeness. So, man, wild shit, brother. It's an evil world we live in. But go to the next thing. Another person that just really just you got it right there. It's already up.
Oh, okay.
I just don't fucking understand this guy. I've never seen a person that is so tough through social media than Coach Jason Brown. Jason Brown got a lot to say, and then nobody always asks him nothing. And it's never a situation where you just say, hey, man, that's fucked up, bro. Hope you get through that shit. Raiders standout Michael Mayer is away from the team due to a personal matter in his life that has come up again. His family told the team. They informed the team it's a situation that has occurred in his life before. It has popped up again. Clearly, him and the Raiders have chopped this up. And they have discussed that is in the best interest for this man to get this, whatever it is he's got handled. I read that, I have no idea what it is.
Yeah.
It could be an emotional thing. And I can see how somebody could say it's so. We've seen football players get cancer and beat cancer. It could be a lot. It could be a lot of different things.
Right.
But I can tell you what, my first response would not be, fuck, cry me a fucking river, man. These cats are so fucking soft.
Yeah, for real.
Like, that's your first response when you see that. And if you go to the quote tweet, that's what Jason Brown decided to come out and say. Like he's very entertaining and he's got good opinions on some things. But then you got to cut the act.
Yeah.
You're a guy that gets on people about fighting and being a thug, but we literally saw a Netflix special with you having to have, like, let me put it like this. I've seen a fight happen in high school on a football team where one of the freaks, the mutants, got into it with another kid who's pretty good. There were 4. This guy was a DB. Both of them were DBs, but one was a bigger DB. The other one was a smaller one. There were 4 linemen that DB went through to get to that other person, and popped them in the mouth. They did they could not stop him from getting to them. I bring that up to say Jason Brown is not a small man. Actually, I'm curious. He doesn't look like a small man. He look bad body, but he doesn't look like a small man. He's definitely not that one. There is one that's 5'7", but he's not that one. He's definitely not this guy. Shit. I can't even find Coach J. Maybe I put Coach JB. Just so we're being accurate. Okay. I don't believe that at all. He's 48, so he's relatively young. I thought he was taller than 6'1". They got him at 6'1", 200.
Oh, wow.
Thought he was bigger than that.
Yeah, for real. My size now.
That's
probably his natural weight.
That may be when he was played. But he didn't play it much. There's no fucking way. I believe Trump is 6'4", 250 before I believe that. Like, do you believe? I mean, that's not no disrespect to the president, but like, does he look like an NFL defensive end?
Yeah.
Like, come on, like, I mean, he's probably 275. Let's just be for real. Like, it's okay. We get older. All right. No, this got to be somebody else. That's the center. Okay, there's 2 Coach JBs. That sucks. All right, whatever, man. One day somebody gonna hold you accountable for your words, and that's all I got. That's the main thing I got to say about it, man. I talk trash. I try not to ever make things personal, right? This is like personal, dude.
Yeah,
and it's like it's always your go-to is to do the most, and I know it's about getting clicks, and I know what it's about, man. But like, damn, brother.
You could be taking care of family, some type of mental.
Damn, breaking news. Future recruits will sign agreements that include how much money they're expected to earn at the school on signing day. That's because of the house rule. Starting in September, athletes are going to get paid basically a salary because of the house decision. Not because of the house, but the house, like it's the person who sued them was called house. But that's just sad, man. Man, fuck this guy. What Magic's did. Speaking of that, FSU lost a commit. McCutcheons, I think that's how you say it. McCutcheons, something. It's Dylan from out of the Texas area. I like him, wide receiver. He flipped from us to Texas. And so now, Dalen McCutcheon has flipped his commitment from Florida State to Texas, he tells me. The 6 foot, 180-pound wide receiver from Lucas, Texas, has been committed to FSU since July. FSU is now a 4-star receiver from Cocoa, Javion Boggs, which should help get them back up. But while that happened, FSU got a commitment in the trenches from 4-star offensive tackle Mario Mario Nash Jr., who recently just decommitted from Mississippi State. The 6'5", 290-pound offensive tackle from Mississippi, decommitted from Mississippi State on Monday, flipped to us. Florida State was the first offer. He had to come back full circle to where it all started. I'm home. When asked if his recruitment is shut down, because they got to ask him this, he says, I'm fully committed. I'm not going anywhere. That's what the young man said. So Florida State, for a matter of 30 minutes, had dropped, maybe an hour, had dropped to the 50 to sub 50, I believe 55 in recruiting, and now they're back up to 37. If Javion Boss commits that 4-star, that should put them back up in the 22 range where they were at before. The funny thing is everybody cries about the trenches and firing Alex Atkins because he's not recruiting well enough on the high school level. Alex Atkins has gotten a 5-star and 2 4-stars so far. And I believe if he gets one more 4-star, or let's say if he recruits 5 people, that means that notable bet between 2 people that are active on social media but don't talk to anybody are going to one guy, the white guy, my guy Chris with Sporadics, will win the bet against Seymour.
Oh,
it's a $1,500 bet.
Damn.
Seymour said Florida State will not have a top 5 offensive line class. Not a top 5 class, not a top 5 offensive line class. They signed another 4-star or a 5-star, and they keep what they have intact. That guy's going to have to pay $1,500. And Seymour is the one who goes in. Like, Seymour is who just literally just out the blue just added me. Just at me every time he wants to get my attention. I just know this, man. I don't at people. I don't really have that. I do know I'm going to make sure that bet is paid on either side because Lannisters pay their debts. But that energy, you better have that money because a lot of people don't think you have it. And if so, good for you. Good for whoever wins that, but I would never bet against. That's what I don't get is betting against your favorite program. One of the guys that I would like to see, in addition to Alex Atkins, come to Florida State in some capacity, is the leader of the go-go offense. I've been talking about him a lot, but of course, no gives talks of this. Brennan Marion. He looks like he could be he looks like a character from Power. But I don't know if we can handle the amount. I would need him to come here and immediately be successful because I already know we're going to destroy him in the fucking comments because he would be an ambassador of drip. And my man has the gold chain that says "Go with the chest hairs all out. Like, I mean, the zip. Imagine him in the Nike gold quarter zip. All the way down, right? Because the quarter zip come right here. And you got your chest hair. Like, I'm going to tell him, I'm going to give him some free game. You got to make sure you bathe real good. Got to shower real good. And then you got to get some gel. You got to gel the hair down. and you got to brush it. You got to be clean. You got to brush that shit.
Girls do their big.
Yeah, man, just like, style it. And then put that go-go. He do, because he has a chance. He do look a little bit like Jay Prince. And there is a scene where he was going back and forth with somebody last year, and he was like, shut the fuck up. And then he's walking the guy, he's like, please, shut the fuck up. And I was like, I want that coach. I didn't know there was the connection. But let's listen to him talk about when you're popping, everybody wants to talk to you. When you're popping, you're hopping. Who are his influences in his life and his coaching style? Like, who made Brennan Marion who he is?
You've got a really interesting kind of football pedigree in terms of who you learn from. You mentioned, getting to work with Sark when you're at Texas, Mark Whipple when you're at Pittsburgh.
That's too good.
Like, who would you say is your biggest influence?
I'd really say just Gus from the standpoint of, there's Gus from the standpoint of having the confidence to call your own offense and create something and do something different and unique. I'd say Mike Norvell from the standpoint of how I coach players and it being super personal and getting the best out of each player. He was my position coach at Tulsa and recruited me there.
You know, I always say, like, there's two people, him and a guy named Howard Irvin are the two reasons I have a college degree. I mean, that dude used to wake me up at 5 a.m. knocking on my door, like, your ass is going to be a freaking star. Like, you have no choice. Like, you're not going to fail. You know, like.
He's just willing you to stardom. Yes.
Yeah, Norvell is not having it, you know. And so I've always coached my players the same way that he coached me. Just take it very personal. And every player that I'm responsible for, I'm trying to make sure that they become a star.
Man, Mike, we can get right now. He cheap, dog. He makes less than $400K. Man, double that man's salary, and then let's invest more into this. Let's take the rest of the bread, invest in analysts and more coaches, whatever we got to do. Figure the fuck up how to get him in here. Right. Man, we need that energy. Now, I will say this. We've been burnt a little bit by nickname offense. Tag had the Gulf Coast offense, which he stole, which didn't have success because he stole that from Billy Joe and FAMU. But that's okay. We had the offense built for playmakers, which is currently not very, we don't have any playmakers to build it for. So we got to get that turned around, but I like go-go dancing. So like, if, you know, we've got a little go-go music in here, let's go-go. Oh, Jesus, they're going to be all, yeah, man. But like, yeah, man. Lethal Simplicity was Tag's thing too. It was Gulf Coast when he was at South Florida, but yeah, it was Lethal Simplicity. I had some stuff I wanted to talk about last time, but I want to tell y'all how I feel when every time Florida State puts Kyle Murlock in. And they put him back in the game last week, but he didn't get a pass thrown to him. So I was cool with it. But how I don't even know if he's a good person at this point in my life. But when they put Kyle Murlock in, this is what I be wanting. This is how I be feeling and what I'm going to do. I'm never going to bash somebody. I'm not going to try to curse somebody out. But this is what I will say on social media, and I'll probably will tweet this out as far as I can. But here's James Coleman's response when they put Kyle Murlock in.
As long as I don't curse him out, and as long as I don't threaten him, I can say what I want. Am I correct? Yes, sir. We sick and tired of that nigga there. We sick and tired of that.
Run that back again, man. Run that back again. I don't know if y'all feel the way I feel. Y'all keep blaming DJU. I don't blame DJU. It is one person's fault. This is me as an old black man.
As long as I don't curse him out, and as long as I don't threaten him, I can say what I want. Am I correct? Yes, sir. We sick and tired of that nigga. We sick and tired.
The point is so strong.
That arm is straight. Yeah. Everything is on the same line. Can you see it? From the shoulder through actually from the trapeze muscle in the back to the shoulder to the tricep to the elbow to the forearm. I mean, even the rubber band on his wrist to the knuckle, everything, nothing is pointed down. It is all in a straight line. You can put a plywood, a 2x4 on that bitch, and it would be straight.
And look at everybody's head. Everybody is looking exactly where he's pointing. Like, oh, that's the thing.
It was so concise. Did he even breathe in it? It was like, I don't even know if he said a sentence or one word. He was breaking it down. As long as I don't curse him out, and as long as I don't threaten him, I can say whatever I want to say. Yeah, and everybody said, yeah. We see tired of the nigga right now.
Yo. Yeah, imagine being the person he's pointing at.
I don't know. Whatever that person did, he did that shit. Like, he's sick. Like, that's from the soul sick. I'm sick and tired of this nigga right here. Oh, my God. Yo. Man. Damn, that was some sick and tiredness. All right. What's the other stuff we got to joke about with Florida State? Because I'm going to troll us in this on this off week, on this bye week right now. He did get permission to say, like, to take off on somebody. That's wild. That's wild. I don't always agree with Josh Pate, but again, I've never been a hater. Florida State receivers actively fight the football in the air when it's thrown to them. There is clips of that. We definitely have a clip of Kentrell Poitier spiking the ball when he was throwing it to him wide the fuck open. We've seen Kyle Murlock allow domestic violence to happen to him with the football. I don't understand what's going on. It makes absolutely no sense. We can blame the players we can blame the scheme all we want, but there's what we all know, and we have seen moments this season where people just actively try to drop the pass. They don't want the ball. Even when people, like I remember thinking, DJ, you threw it to the fucking Raptors on the corner route against Boston College. Nope, that bitch landed about 2 yards out of bounds. That motherfucker just didn't want to catch the damn ball because it wasn't perfectly thrown to him. I don't understand it. I'm sick and tired of the niggas right now. Play the youngins. If they can drop it, I'm with y'all on some of that shit. I'd rather see a youngin drop it than an old senior because clearly that dude does not want to play football. I showed it. If you haven't watched Teach Tape Tuesdays, go check it out. And this is not to pick on my dude from Jacksonville. I do like Kirkland. I think he had a bad game. I will say this, though. I can see why Reigns didn't want to play Mandarin because the running game is so vicious. Matt Hoffa, or whatever his name is, Maffa from Clemson, he makes you remember the Boondocks episode with Gangstalicious talked about coming back home. Because like I want to rewatch, I'm watching, and I started thinking to myself, damn, what did he do to make the nigga that mad? Like, it was malicious the way he was hitting. He didn't hit anybody else like that in the condensed version that I watched. He only hit 24 like that. I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on with social media, but I'm talking about the first one, open field, bam, just violence with the shoulder. Like he didn't go like this. This is a good one-arm flipper. It's like he went, like he just punched him with his shoulder. I don't even know how you do that. And then another one, this man could have juked him, could have done anything. He runs up the middle and he takes his hand and he puts it on his face mask and he dribbles him into the ground. He didn't do anybody else like that. He didn't do anybody else like that. Matt Hoffa from Clemson, the running back, physically disrespected 24, like he said, like he. Another clip, he did him like Jerome did those young corner boys in Snowfall. Like he got in the car, like they put the gun down, he punched him, and then he got in the car. Teach your man how to squabble. I'll pull that trigger next time, nigga. That is what Maffa told 24 from Florida State. And I feel bad because like my son asked me during COVID, that's when he started really getting into football. He started YouTubing the big hits, right? And he was like, Daddy, has anybody ever hit you like this? I said, man, no. I said, I can't give you that, son. I have nothing to relate with that, son. I said, now Dad's put a couple people in the infirmary, but I ain't never been hit like where I'm on a fucking YouTube collection of hits. Hoffa hit 24 just like that. Like what's bad is when we hear the story of Matt Hoffa on the fourth weekend in April, like something about, and they go to his home in South Carolina, wherever he grew up with. They're going to say, when Hoffa was a little boy, his family used to go to Kirkland's grocery, and his dog, his favorite dog, Charlie, a beagle that he got after he watched John Wick, was brutally ran over by somebody in Kirkland's parking lot. And every time he made this, and they're going to show him, he's like, yeah, that shit traumatized me. And every time I see somebody named Kirkland, I got to fuck him up. And then they're going to go show the highlights of him punching with his shoulder, KJ Kirkland, stiff arm with KJ Kirkland. And they're going to be like, so So when you found this, I just figured he was related to the Kirklands and that somebody had to pay. And that's what they're gonna say every time. Like, they're gonna show. Is that Elwin Joseph? It was Elwin Joseph. It wasn't KJ Kirkland. Who's number 24 for Florida State? Because whoever it was, I apologize. I don't want to say the wrong person, because if it was KJ Kirkland, even if it was Edwin Joseph, then I will remix this. Let me know when y'all got it. It's 24, man. Ugh. You know what, Jeff Allen, you are 100% correct. He ain't no bitch though. That motherfucker took that hit.
Kirkland's 24.
Okay, so it's Kirkland. Okay. Kirkland ain't no bitch, though. I'll give you that much. That motherfucker took that hit and kept on ticking.
He's alive.
He's alive. He lives. He lives. 24 has risen. It's like he said. Like that boy name, what was the dude? Lazarus. Boy, my man Ray was risen from the dead. That boy went to church. He had to go to church or something. Hey, he should have came to church service with me and got the grape juice in the VIP section when I was on circuit. And tip, you got to tip the pastor, kid Kirkland. you tip the pastor, he gonna give you some strength, man. Jesus will give you some extra strength, man. Oh man, it's tough though. It happens, dog. I feel bad for him. We're gonna get better. We're gonna get better from that, man. You're gonna get better from that. All right, what's the next thing? That motherfucker awful. Like the shit out of him. This is what Dabo basically said after all this shit in his post-game press conference, man. Dabo snapping, dog. Y'all think he just Jesus loves and acting like he said he that new Christian.
Yeah, Georgia beat our ass, but here we are again back in the top 10. All you people talking shit have been awfully quiet since we have kicked ass 4 straight times. Our schedule is easy as hell, and Miami prepare for an ass kicking in the ACC championship. Also, South Carolina fans stay talking shit, so I can't wait to see y'all and knock you out of bowl contention for the 2nd straight year and fuck what the haters got to say.
Oh God. That's the play I was telling you about. That's freeing me up. You saw Smith was this fall.
Yeah, Georgia.
I just didn't want. I didn't want to be the guy to show that, like in this. It's in the Teach Tape Tuesday, but I didn't want to do that to the guy, man. I said whatever they be saying in Latin. In the name of the Padre and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Oh man, the cool thing is Florida State can't hurt y'all this weekend. Don't let them hurt y'all. Watch other people and I can't wait to watch that episode so I get the full. Next time, squeeze the trigger, young boy. Hey, what if I couldn't be playing right now because I would just. So we had a team in mind. I got to do Dope Boys so we could get through this season so y'all can hear stories of days on old, of the better days. Mike Boyer used to tackle people and scream Bible scriptures at them. Like, it was wild to hear him do that. Like, he'll hit you, and then Philippians 4:13, baby. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Boom! Jesus wept. Imagine somebody hitting you and just doing random movie quotes. Like, it's just, boom, next time squeeze the trigger, little nigga. Go to teach a man how to squabble. Say hello to my little friend. Like just random shit. Football is a crazy sport. Like that's why they really do got to stop miking people up. Unless it's the real good one, because it's some wild shit. Like we didn't get a chance to show. Man, fuck it. Go to the NFL stuff because I got some good stuff from the NFL clips. Max Crosby is a psychopath. Let's go down to NFL talk. I don't know which one it is, but like they got some mic'd up shit. It is. I just want to play it. It's funny. Actually, this might be a couple mic'd up things. Like, it's just the things that you can hear. It's just like when they got Cam Ward. Like, it's you don't want to know. You say you want to know, and America pretends they want to know. You don't want to know. All right, forget that. Actually, no, don't forget it yet. We're going to have, this is news. We need to have this. This is a history fact. The white boys. The Cooper. No, go to the first one. To this one right here. I think. Oh no. Then it's damn. Which one was it that you clicked? Yeah, that one. Yeah. For the first time in 2 decades, we're gonna have 2 pilgrims start at corner this year.
Oh wow.
Cooper DeJean, who I think both of these guys we went viral for. Riley Moss is the one when we put the 40 in there, and then white people acting like that was fucking normal. How many whites do you know run damn near 4.3? I'll wait. I ain't never seen one before. That man was skedaddling. These are Swifties. I don't mean they listen to Taylor Swift. I mean they run fast. So we're gonna see if the milk checks are made. This is going to encourage so many high schools to change this. But shout out to them. All right, go to the next thing. I still can't believe this is damn DEI. I don't want that. Fuck that. He's fired. We don't give a shit. Don't give a fuck about that. This was the meat watchers thing. So if y'all don't believe us about the meat watching, this literally is happening. Over the past 3 years, the NFLPA has tried to work with the NFL and Pro Football Writers of America to move media interviews out of the locker rooms. However, there has been a little willingness to collaborate on a new solution. Players feel that the locker room is uncomfortable. This isn't about limiting media access, but about respecting players' privacy and dignity. The NFL's current media policy is outdated. We, the NFLPA Executive Committee, urge the NFL to make immediate changes to foster a more respectful and safer workplace for all players. In the meantime, we encourage each player to ask for the Magnum package for Alpha Clinic Online so that they can get the biggest meat so that these people can watch. Get testosterone replacement therapy. We encourage players to be able to go get Tonga Ali, Mako Root, all things so that they can have more blood flow to their Johnsons. That's a statement on behalf of the NFLPA Executive Committee with a little bit of advertising added by me. Nobody wants to then it becomes a measuring contest. You see a guy over there drooling over your teammate that's got a 1.5-inch dick, and you over there, you're a grower, not a shower. You don't want to. It's already weird in the locker room, man. Head and eyes up. Stop ball watching. Stop meat glazing. All right, here's something right here. Right here, get some good audio from the team that we're gonna have to play.
32. We got fucking fire, man. I know it.
Center communication. Center.
32. We got fucking fire, man. I know it. Here we go.
This is a rookie quarterback screaming something, and a veteran center saying, "Bitch, slow the fuck down. I got a fucking fire, man." Basically, you're calling a play into a blitz. Like we can't do. Like no, don't run that play.
Okay.
That's kind of what's happening, but it's just the urgency. This is why people say you don't curse at me. In this situation, if he said, "We have a fire, man," would he have gotten the point? Or do you think he got the point with "we have a fucking fire, man"?
32. We got fucking fire.
I got the point. I don't know what other play we need to run, but we don't need to run that because we got a fucking fire, man. All right, next one. I think this is just Kyler Murray running like my baby boy when it's time for bath time.
Hey, did Kyler Murray just start celebrating from 40 yards out? Did my dog just throw up the deuces from 43 yards out on this Niners defense?
Just look at it.
This might be the most disrespectful thing I've ever seen an
badass
offensive player do to a Niners defense in my life. Hey, did Kyler Murray just start celebrating from 40 yards out?
Go to the next thing. And that's Emmanuel. That's Sheena's homie, Emmanuel Achu. when people say that, can y'all tell me, explain to me what this is? Is this passion or is this disrespect?
Just a moment ago on the sidelines after that near touchdown, Bo Nix heated. Words of advice from Drew Brees. Sean Payton is going to be very demanding with you. You have to be demanding right back. There's part of that relationship. And let me tell you, you have to have respect. You're going to have these things happen during the course of the game. When you step between the white lines.
If we know if somebody else did that, that's disrespectful. Here's the funny part. Here's Max Crosby, who I don't care what his homies say. One, Max is a large man. So if you are going to be a defender of people saying certain things, be ready to stand on that shit. Because he could squabble a little bit. But this is what I mean. But Max Crosby's cool as shit, though, by the way. That's just a veteran trying to provide help to a rookie quarterback in a situation is they don't fucking know. You don't really want to hear the shit that gets said on a football field. All of that is tame shit talking. It goes down to what I said about, well, so we showed the Alvin Mack clip, but if you go watch the program clip where the dude said, hey, man, you the motherfucker that got my little sister pregnant. I ain't seen you around the family in a while. What's going on, man? Hey, man, my sister not good enough. He's like, hey, man, I don't know your fucking sister. You know that. Hey, man, my sister not good enough for you? Now you're not claiming her? Oh, motherfucker, you about to die. Oh, shit, I'm going to like, it's just shit that gets said to try to get up under people's heads, man. Like, it's wild, brother. It's wild, man. But on that note, man, I hope y'all have a great weekend. We're overtime. I'm probably going to do something on Saturday. Check me out on First Coast News. We got a Jags play at 9:30 a.m. I have an 8 a.m. pregame special. I got to watch this bullshit. Then we have a postgame special. And then I'm on whatever the fuck I do at 11:30 after Jags games. Can't think of the name of it right now. But on that note, I'll see most of y'all hopefully tomorrow. If not, we'll see you bright and early, 9:30 a.m.-ish at Big Games B.S. on Diddy Media Group. Breaking down Duke. Hopefully Florida State doesn't lose this week. So see y'all guys later.